Hello, Virgo, and welcome to your Virgo horoscope for the time of Sun in Scorpio. This is October 23rd through November 22nd, 2014. This is from Gaia Blooming and Mimi and Mike. So, Virgo, this month you are in your third house, and this is the house of thoughts and communication. Really quick, I want to go over all of the planetary shifting that is happening, and then we'll get into what your things are, your lessons are this month. So, on October 23rd, Venus, the Moon, and the Sun are all shifting into Scorpio, and this is also heralding a solar eclipse, so that's October 23rd. So that's going to be definitely an intense day. We have Mercury going direct on October 25th. It's direct in Libra. We have Mars moving into Capricorn on October 26th. We have a full moon in Taurus on November 6th. We have Mercury moving into Scorpio on November 8th. It won't quite be out of its shadow period. We'll still have a little bit more time of shadow period, but it'll be well on its way. We have Neptune going direct in Sagittarius on November 15th, and then Venus moving into Sagittarius on November 16th. So make a note of those. Know that there may be shiftiness during any of those times, and for more information on that, check out your daily horoscope. So, Virgo, for you this month, you are in your third house. And, you know, with this, we're thinking of the theme of transformation for this time of Scorpio. Scorpio is about sex, death, rebirth, power, boundaries, really knowing the depth of yourself and uncovering the truth. But I think transformation is like the greater umbrella theme that kind of brings about all of that. And I want to note that it's a really interesting time of year. In the northern hemisphere, we have the trees losing their leaves and not dying, but like becoming naked, really like shedding their skin, really almost looking like they've died. And on the southern hemisphere, we have the exact opposite. Everything is coming to life, blooming, bursting with life. And so we see that whole cycle in nature, and we see the importance. Those leaves need to fall off so that new can be revealed. Our skin needs to shed so that new cells can be reborn, so that we just don't, crinkle up and shrivel up. So, this month, it's going to be important for you to look at what are your thoughts on death, rebirth, this transformation. Is it something that you're fearful of, or is it something that you see as a necessary part of life? I think the third house is always a really important time to really take a look at your thoughts and see, like, what do I think about this? What is my mind chattering about? Behind that consciousness, the mind is usually saying something. What is it saying when it comes to this death and rebirth? Is it something that scares you, or do you embrace it? And this is the time to really at least help your mind see the benefit in it and see that it is this necessary part of life. It's actually a very beneficial part of life. I was reading something about Scorpio, and they brought up the fact that, Cancer is where cells, they keep birthing, they keep growing and expanding, and there is no death of them. So we see in that how important it can be in our process. So transform your thoughts when it comes to this rebirth process. When it comes to your rebirth process, recognize the power that you have in your mind as part of this rebirth process. I think this is a really great time, Virgo, with you especially as, the healer archetype, to recognize how much our mind can actually influence our body and the transformation of your body and what you believe about your body. If you are somebody who believes, oh, I'm old, my body is deteriorating, you're going to see that. If you recognize, I am vibrant and my cells are always renewing themselves, then you're going to be that vibrant person. There is so much power in your mind, in your thought, and in your tongue. So allow that power to come forth and help you rebirth yourself. I think it's also a really good time to recognize the power of thinking, or not thinking, sorry, that's me thinking, the power of listening. Taking some time to go within, listen to what the universe is telling you, listen to what the universe is telling you about what you need to rebirth, where you need to uncover truth in your life. I think we can uncover truth a lot of times by tuning in, listening, be willing to go deep. So allow that to be part of your transformation process this month. And I want to recommend doing this for all the signs, a little bit of yoga. The easiest yoga you can do, corpse pose, savasana. And that's just basically lying flat on your back and tuning in, going inward. And use that time to listen and see what kind of transformation is coming your way this month. Mike?
Yeah, there's major transformation this month in terms of your, everything regarding your third house, so your communication, your comfort, but most importantly, your mind is definitely the most affected by this. And with the energies of Scorpio, it really involves us getting very, very deep on ourselves. As you said, there's rebirth, there's transformation, there's shifting, there's shaping. So it's a matter of really getting deep on yourself, deep into the layers and layers of your own consciousness, and really, just working with that in order to either gain a new perspective or see things from a different way. Because after developing your self-worth in the past month, you know how your mind wants to work. You know how you want to be able to treat yourself with the internal dialogue, and you know how you want to treat others with the external dialogue. And so with that, it's just a matter of really working on your mind and the way you think. And I think one of the best ways to do this would be through meditation, through yoga, as Mimi was saying, and really just communicating with people as a whole and getting very, very deep with them. This, like, Scorpio is a sign of like intimacy and whatnot. It basically just means getting very close with people, getting very deep with them, and especially regarding the watery nature of it, it's about getting emotional and stuff too. So in regards to the third house and the mind, you really have to connect mind with emotion and bring those together. And that's how I really feel like you can get very, very deep on understanding of what emotions are and how they play out in other people and how they play out in you. So it's something to focus on, that's for sure. So this month is really all about also bringing in your desires. Like, if it's your desire, like as a Scorpio wants to desire and bring in things to existence, like what you yearn at the depth of your soul will come out. So you really have to be sure of that. So the mantra for this month is, to the core of my being, I find comfort, security, and knowing in who I am. Namaste.